Hello everyone, I'm Qianwen Wang, currently a postdoc at Harvard University. Today I'm presenting some preliminary results about our study, explaining deep learning approaches in drug repurposing through interactive data visualization. To start with, what is drug repurposing? Drug repurposing is an effective drug development method. Instead of developing a new drug from scratch, which is non and expensive, drug repurposing tries to identify new therapeutic uses of existing drugs. Therefore, it can significantly reduce the time and cost. However, even though considerable efforts has been made for drug repurposing, the number of successful cases is relatively small. Drug repurposing is still mainly driven by serendipitous discoveries. Recently, graph neural networks has emerged as a promising approach for drug repurposing. However, as most deep learning models, the GM model used here acts as a black box. The lack of interpretability can severely hinder its application to real-world drug repurposing. First, the GM model is built by machine learning specialists. The end users cannot directly engage with the model, understand, and assess the model predictions. Meanwhile, the lack of end-user engagement can lead to a biased or inaccurate model on certain diseases. Therefore, to successfully apply deep drug repurposing, it is important to provide explanation that can be easily interpreted by biomedical researchers in the context of drug development. To help users better understand and engage with deep drug repurposing, we construct and visualize two types of explanations: model-level explanation and domain-level explanation. Model-level explanation tries to explain how a GM model generates a certain prediction. Once a disease is selected, the embedding of all drugs are projected into a 2D view and the predictions are highlighted. Users can also observe the hierarchical message passing and the subgraph of the drug-disease pair. The domain-level explanation, in contrast, mimic how a domain expert would explain a possible drug repurposing. Here, we present domain-level explanations as semantic passes in the knowledge graph that reflect biomedical mechanisms. For example, the disease ALS is associated with a protein which is targeted by the drug ritonavir, might explain why this disease can be treated by the drug ritonavir, which is originally developed for treating HIV. We then propose a math matrix design to help users organize explanation passes based on the node types, which is also called as math passes. Since our focus is a visualization explanation, we briefly report some record scores here to demonstrate the performance of the GM model. We conducted a disease-centric evaluation on a randomly split testing set. We use record as a 12K% since we only have a very limited number of drugs that are labeled for the selected disease. We can see here that the model is able to generate accurate predictions. We then demonstrate the proposed visualization tool using a case study, where we predict and provide visual explanations for the drug repurposing for the Alzheimer's disease. Note that the GM model used here only generates predictions for drugs that are not connected with Alzheimer's disease in the training graph. We can see that the predicted drugs form several clusters and are scattered in the model embedding view, indicating that the GM model is able to predict diverse drugs. Due to time limits, we will just investigate one drug cluster here, which consists of anti-diabetic drugs. This is consistent with the current scientific understanding about the relation between anti-diabetic drugs and Alzheimer's disease. We then select one drug in this cluster to explore the explanations in detail. Again, due to time limits, we close some math passes and only explore two interesting math paths. Here we can see that the drug Repagnites was predicted partially because it had the same target protein with some other drugs, whose target protein are associated with Alzheimer's disease. This is another interesting metapath which indicated that the Repagnite targets as a protein which in turn associated with Alzheimer's disease. We also find similar explanations exist in other anti-diabetic drugs. That's all. Thanks so much for listening. You are welcome to try this visualization tool on the online demo and find more details about our study.